Hi guys, so this is gonna be the September vlog, and September was messy, honestly, super messy. There was a lot going on, but I will delve into all of that in a second. So also I will have a little announcement at the end of this vlog, so make sure that you stay for the full thing and listen out and let me know what you think when I make the announcement. And I'm looking forward to hearing what you all think. So smash that subscribe button and stay in touch, give me a comment, and let's delve into it. So, as I said, September was super messy. I generally thought, usually September is like a pretty quiet month for me, and I generally thought that it will be like this year as well. So I was kind of getting ready to, of course, take it easy with work, but well, take it easy actually. I was getting ready to get quite a lot done, but in a very kind of calm manner. Like I thought I'll be home a lot and there wouldn't be that much happening. That was not the case at all. It was super messy, and I think at the same time, tasks kind of felt like they were running through my hands, and I was procrastinating on quite a lot of things. So this was something that I had to really fight against this month, which is fine. Sometimes it's just like that. But that was definitely my month. And I'm just looking at my notes. So yeah, also my personal life has been a little bit messy the past few months, and I think in September that really took a big hit on me and on my work, specifically my creative work. I really kind of felt like I don't want to get into my personal life too much here, but I think the situation in my personal life is not necessarily super negative, but it's just like a lot emotionally, and it just has been taking away from everything else in my life. So I definitely took a step back because of that, and got super affected. My kind of creative work got super affected because of that. But I still kind of continued to post. I still made some content. I actually started to sing more, just like casually around the house. I started singing outside a little bit more. And it's so nice because I'd just be singing and someone would just like stop me and say, "Oh, actually you have a really nice voice." And I'll be like, "Oh, thank you," because I just feel so free to just sing, which is so nice because I couldn't even imagine myself doing that. Even like 2-3 years ago, I would be like way too shy and way too insecure to sing just out of joy, like walking around in a shop, walking on the street. If I'm house sitting, or if I'm visiting friends, or if I'm at home and I don't know what to do, I just put on some karaoke and I just sing, or I put on some music and I sing to that. Started singing a bit more when I'm cooking as well. So all of that has been so lovely. I actually see myself opening up a little bit more with singing, which is really great to see, basically. So I'm slowly kind of like getting out of that zone and that mentality of like, oh, I need to like not protect my voice, but be very like curated about how I sing and how I share my art, which is so nice. I actually really love just expressing myself. And I still show that for social media, even though I kind of feel like maybe I'd like to implement a little bit more music and a little bit more art, especially like on my TikTok, on my Instagram, like in the short versions, because obviously my YouTube is all like covers and songwriting and these creative vlogs. But then when you look at my shorts and my Instagram and my TikTok, it's a lot of like motivational stuff, and I love it. I do love the motivational bits, but I just think I need to implement a little bit more of my art into it in some way, in some form. So that's something that I'm still looking at, and I'm like discovering on how to do it. And it will just probably be a little bit messy as I continue to do that over the next few months and find my way of making content. But I do really love making content, which is like really nice to see. That regardless, I'm like looking forward to recording a vlog. Even though I still have like certain barriers in my head, and I procrastinate when I have that barrier, like once I sit down, like actually I really love doing this. So it's just about kind of showing up continuously and doing it and learning. Yeah, I don't know what to say. I actually just think that it's me just doing it. And then once I start doing it, it's amazing. It's kind of like working out. I'm the same with like working out. Most of the time I don't want to work out, but then like the second I start working out, I'm like, oh, actually I know why I love doing this, you know? So yeah, so there we go. And I definitely still cringe at myself. I cringe at myself like all the time. Like honestly, I cringe at myself a good few times a week. Like I used to cringe at myself like last month, probably every single day. Now it's gone down to like once a week. But I'm like, okay, well, it's gonna happen, you know. I'm gonna cringe at myself a little bit. I cringe at myself with the John Lennon cover, even though you guys love that. And I actually love this song too. It's just, I don't know what it was. It was something inside of me that was like telling me, oh, cringy. But it's not. I actually loved singing that song. And yet another thing that I wrote down is that people don't realize how much guts and like how much guts it takes to like post, and to post a lot. Like not to post like, oh, once a month, like a super curated video or a super curated post. No, like I mean like post continuously every single day when you don't have ideas, when you probably like don't even have content because maybe you ran out of content, you didn't have time to take new content this week or this whole month, which was basically me in September, but still continue to find things to say and be creative with the content that you already have and just put yourself out there. People don't realize how much guts it takes to do that, but it's actually so much fun, and it like really improved my self-confidence just posting this much as well and just being on camera. So honestly, I kind of would say, even if you're not interested in being like a social media person or like whatever, I would just talking on the camera like this, honestly, such a like self-esteem boost for real. So I recommend that. So I also wrote down some positives and negatives of the past month. So let me just check my notes. Okay, so let's start with the negatives. Some of the negatives that I saw of myself is that I'm still building up my consistency. I'm not consistent. It's not my strength. Simple as, it's not my personality. It is not my strength, but I'm working on it because I know that that's where that's where things get built. If you're consistent and you like allow yourself to fail and then you just show up anyway. So I'm building that up. I'm building up that resistance to failure as well. And I'm just trying to show up as much as I can and continuously, even when I don't feel like it. I guess that's kind of no, it's a negative because I'm still struggling with being consistent. So yeah, there we go. Yes, and using excuses, continuous excuses of why, whatever, I'm not posting or making new content, you know? So definitely need to work on that. I'm continuing to work on that. I'm challenging myself almost like every single day, being like, why do you feel like that? Why? Blah, 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 blah. But yeah, it's definitely not my strength. So it's something that I'm building towards. And then the positives. Okay, yes. So I actually had a good few people the past month, like writing to me on Instagram and like reacting to my TikToks. And it's been so nice because it's been a lot of positives. Like both people in real life, like my friends from real life, if I saw someone, they'd be like, oh my gosh, I actually really love your content. I see that you're posting and I actually really love your content. It really resonates. I'm like, okay, that's amazing. And then also people would send me like messages on Instagram. It would be mainly people that I've met, like that I follow, but still it's like nice to see that on some level it like hits with people and resonates with people, and hopefully we can then find like a community and people who feel the same way and need whatever it is that I'm giving and have to offer, and build upon that outside of my friends group and my family, you know, so or like my closest circle. So it's good to have some feedback. It's good to see what people think, and it's so nice to see that people think and feel like they can resonate with it. So yeah, definitely next step would be to continue doing what I'm doing, but like see how I can incorporate music and art more into it. And we're almost at 10 minutes. So I wanted to say something here because some of you are new here, some of you are not, some of you have been here for years, and I'm so grateful for that. And I know that my name kind of my music persona recently has been Miss X. However, recently it's just been feeling, I've been kind of struggling to create music, like proper instrumental music and songwrite, because I realized that the label of Miss X, the persona of Miss X that I created a couple of years ago, just doesn't suit me anymore. It just doesn't feel real. It started to feel like a mask. So just to give you a little bit of insight, the reason I created Miss X was because at the time I needed like a persona. I needed to create a character that I could play, and that character was me, but the artist, the artistic version of me, the creative version of me, because I needed to give myself permission to be an artist, to create content, to share music. I needed that permission from this character that I created to be this person and to experiment. And recently, I don't feel like I need that permission anymore, and I don't feel like I need to act things out anymore. I want to be more vulnerable. I want to be more honest. I want things to be real and raw, and I want to connect with you guys in the same manner, not in a manner of like, oh, I created this persona that is bigger than me. Maybe at some point, maybe, I don't know, maybe this is a new era, maybe this is a new chapter, but I don't know what the next step is just yet. But I know that the Miss X chapter per se will be closing, and it will be closing this year. So I will be releasing some old music that I wrote as Miss X on my Spotify, and I will be closing that chapter this year. And then hopefully next year I can come back with something that feels a little bit more real and a little bit more vulnerable and honest to what I feel like right now. So I just wanted to give you a little heads up because you'll hear earlier, and I appreciate you all, and it's been such a wonderful journey even just sharing these vlogs and you guys joining in. So I thought I'll give you a little heads up and that I'll keep you in the loop, because that was my promise, was to share every part of this journey, and this is a big part of the journey. So yeah, I hope you all stayed until the end. I hope that this was maybe like a conversation starter or just something interesting to watch. Let me know what else you'd like me to do maybe this month, or what you'd like to hear in the next vlog, or what you'd like to see in the next vlog, and I'll try and incorporate that as much as I can. So yeah, thanks so much for joining. Give me a subscribe or smash that subscribe button. Leave me a comment. I'd love to chat. See you soon. Ciao.